everybody. Greetings and hello, everyone. All aboard. Choo choo. Hello, everybody. Welcome in tonight. The Fair Count F.A.I.R train is pulling in for our next stop for our On the Road with the Fair program tour. Choo choo. Hello, I am Teresa Thompson, and I serve as the Faith and Technology Manager at Fair Count. But today, I serve as your Fair program train tour conductor as we share and talk about the Faith and Innovation Resources Program, or FAIR for short, here at Fair Count. And we are so excited to bring this conversation to you tonight to talk about the FAIR program. But first off, happy Clergy Appreciation Month. Woo-hoo! This month is set aside to thank all of the clergy for your tireless work and kingdom building work that you do. Listen, how beautiful are the feet of those who preach the gospel. And before we start our chat, I just want to say thank you. To all our clergy that are online tonight, thank you. Thank you for being an inspiring leader. Thank you for not letting our community feel alone or unsupported. Pastors, thank you for all of your hard work to keep our families safe during COVID recovery. Pastors, thank you for helping us learn through your teachings. And pastors, thank you for being such a great example of living a life of faith. So everyone that's on the call tonight, go ahead and drop in some hand claps in the chat as we celebrate our clergy. And for all our clergy that are on the line, you go ahead and take a moment and pat yourself on the back for an awesome job well done. And now I want to welcome our president of Fair Count, Dr. Janine Abrams-McClain, as she extends a welcome as well to each of you and to all of our clergy. Dr. Jam, take it away.
Hello, and happy Clergy Appreciation Month. I'm Dr. Janine Abrams-McClain, president at Fair Count. We are happy to be here again in celebration of the dedicated and tireless work each of you do as members of the clergy. We want to say thank you, that we appreciate you. And you all need to stop right now and give yourselves a round of applause for the work that you've been doing. We all know that we've come this far by faith, traversing uncertainty and seeking stability in our world. We have suffered losses and been upended by challenges these last few years. But you've kept us encouraged, reminding us of the faithfulness of God and focused on the blessing of grace we receive daily. And for this, we are grateful. We know that kingdom building takes dedicated work, and it has been a blessing to do work with you in partnership through our Faith and Innovation Resources Program, or as we like to call it, the FAIR program. We've been encouraged by your resilience and the ways in which you've used this tool to flourish and extend into the experience of your congregations through communication management. So far, we've added 167 institutions to our growing list of faith-based organizations throughout Georgia and 11 other states. These congregations have been able to prosper and build through the pandemic and beyond, taking advantage of these resources and tools to recover and grow the faith community. So if you have not taken advantage of this opportunity, we invite you to do so now. If part of your vision includes making membership enrollment easy, financial tracking tools simple, and communicating from the palm of your hand, look no further. You've found the winning formula. It's preparation plus organization plus communication with our winning formula, and that equals our FAIR program. At absolutely no cost to you, your church will receive one streamlined app, the Faith app, which is a commercially available church management software, along with 1 year of complimentary tech support. Additionally, you gain access to exclusive resources and tools to show you our appreciation for all that you do. Wouldn't it be great to have your faith institution obtain one of the most secure and trustworthy church management software tools available? Join us this Clergy Appreciation Month for an opportunity to learn more and sign up by visiting us online at www.faircount.org FAIR-program, or by reaching out to our FAIR program management team at faith@faircount.org. Let's continue to work together to expand the impact of the faith community with our good works by sharing the good news. Again, we appreciate your service and all that you do in partnership with the community and with us. We're excited about all of the opportunities we will have to connect with you this month, and we wish you a wonderfully blessed Clergy Appreciation Month. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Dr. Janine, for your support for this program and all of our clergy. As a daughter of 2 retired United Methodist elders, we know you know. We appreciate you and your leadership. So now, as the conductor for tonight's conversation for our On the Road with the FAIR app tour, I am so excited to invite in some of our amazing admin panelists who will jump on board tonight and help me share about the FAIR program. Woo! I am so excited to welcome them and bring them aboard on tonight's stop as we talk about the FAIR program. I am so honored to have these amazing ladies join me tonight. I know it's Clergy Appreciation Month, right? But this gift of the church management software is not only a gift for the church and the pastor, but for the admins, the secretaries, the volunteers who have the role of sharing the good news through communications. So I invited some of my administrative friends to join me on tonight's call to get their perspective, to glean from their knowledge, and to give you firsthand account on how their church is managing with the church management software or the FAIR program. And they will let you know how the FAIR program can be a game changer for your faith institution. So welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you, ladies, for joining tonight. Choo choo! All aboard. I know I am so excited to have you all on tonight and be able to share in conversation about the church management software with the Faith app, the FAIR program. You will hear us interchange that tonight during our conversation. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's take a moment and have our panelists introduce themselves. I want to hear from you all and tell us where you're from, your name, what's the name of your church, where you're from, what role do you have at your church. So let's get started tonight with Reverend Lilli Hill. Reverend Hill, tell us who you are.
Good evening, ladies. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to be serving with such wonderful ladies tonight. As you know, I am Reverend Lilli Hill. I am the assistant to Pastor Reverend Paul Gardner at Mount Aldred CME Church in Stapleton, Georgia. We have a congregation of about 320 people. We have a very active youth department, and Fair Count has proven to be a very successful part for our youth administrators as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome, Reverend Hill. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We appreciate you and thank you for being with us tonight. So let's toss the conductor hat over to Mrs. Deborah Walton, who is the executive administrator at Columbia Drive. Miss Walton, tell us who you are and what you do.
Choo choo. I am so happy to be aboard as well. Again, I am Deborah Franklin Walton. I am the executive administrative assistant to a magnificent pastor. He is the Reverend Ralph L. Thompson at Columbia Drive United Methodist Church in Decatur, Georgia. In Decatur, where it's greater. Our congregation is a very, very diverse congregation. We've got from our infants all the way through our senior saints. We have a vibrant congregation, and Breeze is definitely a part of it. Fair Count, thank you, because it is fair and has leveled the playing field for us. We love it.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Mrs. Walton. Thank you so much. We appreciate your presence here tonight. And finally, last but not least, certainly not least, Let me toss it to Miss Antoinette Bridges. Miss Antoinette, tell us who you are.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity to be on this platform with these dynamic ladies. My name again is Antoinette Bridges. I am the church secretary for Jesus First, the community church located in Gardens, the beautiful Garden City, Georgia, where our pastor is Dr. Eric D. Mason. And we are um, a church that loves giving back to the community. We have food drives. We have all kind of activities for the community in which we have FAIR has been a part of. I have enjoyed working with this program. Learning. I'm always like learning new technology, but this has been, like I said, a breeze. So thank you again for having me to share, our experience at Jesus First and how we have utilized this platform of getting information out to the church. Thank you
Awesome.
again.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Antoinette. And I am just so excited. I enjoyed my time in Garden City when we were there,
Yeah,
and we've been able to
yeah.
administer, I think, 4 churches from the area. So that is great. They are a part of the
That's
platform. That's
wonderful.
awesome. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
wonderful.
yes.
Good.
So let's kick off our conversation tonight, ladies. I want to have this dialogue, this conversation, so everybody can understand how having a church management software or being a part of the FAIR program or the Faith app, as we call it, can be a game changer for your ministry. And I know you all can speak to that because you're using it. It has become a piece and a part of your ministry. So let's start here, though. I want to ask this question. What challenges in ministry have you faced since the start of the pandemic? Or
Mm.
how has the pandemic caused you to shift your ministry work and engagement in your community? That's open to anybody who wants to take a stab at it. How has the pandemic changed the face of your ministry?
Well, First Lady Thompson, I would have to say it changed our style of worshiping.
Oh,
We were
wow.
to go inside of the church, so we have church services over the phone. We had to have them outside. But when we did them over the phone, we found that a lot of people were in areas where they could not or did not have internet service. So then
Mm.
we found you, and we found the Breeze app. So not only did it help to enhance our services while we had to change our way of worshiping, it also helped some young people to be able to uh, go virtual and do their homework without having to try to run to the library or, try to
Mm.
a Walmart or somewhere and do their homework. So Breeze just became a breeze for us. And,
Mm.
um, Fair Count is such
Mm.
a marked way for us. We still do our Bible study by way of telephone and by Facebook Live. But we just thank God because we are in a rural area. So we do thank God for giving us Fair and Breeze to help us with our new style of worship. We are back in the church now, but we
Oh,
still utilize the Fair Count and the Breeze app for YouTube, for I utilize it for Sunday night words of worship where I come on and I do about a 30-minute to an hour Bible study. So
wow.
because our style of worship changed, it didn't mean that we had to stop church. We thank God for
Mhm.
because we were able to change with the times.
Awesome.
Yes.
Woo-woo. Great.
Mm.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank you,
Yes.
Reverend. I know, right, ladies? I know.
Mm.
Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah.
Yes.
Who
Well,
else wants to
our
share?
style of worship certainly changed the second week in March of 2019, where we went from being in the church to, of course, being out of the church. We went outside the walls of our church. What we considered church again became a new word. I think God showed us a new way to do things. And thank God for Fair Count, because we were able to become this church outside of the walls. We were able to have church online. It became a virtual worship experience for us. And we needed that. I think, again, it was just God was showing us a new way to do things. Our biggest challenge probably was because some people were not technical, and they were not connected technically. They needed to know, how do I get online? I mean, that was the first step. How do I get online? How do I now connect with my church? Do I use my telephone? Because part of our congregation was an older population, and they needed to know, how do I stay connected? But it was important for us as the church to connect them so that they felt comfortable as well walking into this new type of church, that they felt comfortable doing church on the phone, that they felt comfortable doing church on a computer, in a screen that was so much smaller, but it was still 3D because our hearts were still in it.
Now, Miss Deb, let me pause you for a moment and ask you this question. As you were talking and talking about having us be on the phone and everything, how were you able to connect with them? Was there a church management software that you potentially use?
Was a church management software that came in the nick of time. I mean, it was as though it was within a week we were up and running. We had connections to one another. We had email addresses. We had telephone numbers. We were able to connect through those databases that we loved. And it was easy. I keep hearing, you hear us keep saying it was a breeze. It is the most
it truly was.
It is the most apropos name for this programming. Again, this management program allowed us to connect easily with our members, telephone calls, email addresses. When we needed to do a text message, it was all available for us. And we thought it was going to be tough, but Fair Count came through and leveled that ground.
Amen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing, Mrs. Walton.
Thank you.
Antoinette, I know you want to dive in and share a little bit about how the pandemic changed, and then how did the FAIR program, the Faith app, help you be able to do the work that you're doing?
Just like the ladies just talked about the different ways that we had to implement different things when the pandemic hit. We had to be able to reach the old, the young, the new, just using the program and using the way that we had to go back, because we didn't never stop service in-house. We were, I guess, fortunate. We didn't never stop our service in-house, but we used programs to reach those that did not want to come to church, because even though we were in service, there were a lot of people that still did not want to come to church. So we had to utilize the other outlets of getting the service out to them. So we had to implement a lot of new things, and this program was one program that was implemented at the right time. And like the lady said, it was an easy program to learn. Although I'm still learning new things within the program, it's a great program. And I would suggest that, if ministries are not using it right now, to take a part of it right now, to get into it, because I know there's going to be more to it.
Yes.
Wow.
I know there's going to be more coming to the program. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But this offers us the options. We're able to offer options. We're now more of a hybrid, meaning that we can be online, in person. People can communicate with us through any of those sources. And it just opens up the possibilities for an increase in making those connection points for those who want to join the virtual church. For me, to see young people engage is very, very important. They are an important part of our future, of course. Fair Count and this programming, this software management allows us to connect with them in a way that they feel comfortable with, and have now seen the church in a different light. It is a magnificent stepping point for us.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing kind of what your challenges were, and then how Fairchild was able to just kind of step in with a solution. Maybe not the be all solution, but a solution that allowed us to shift in the initial phases of this pandemic. I mean, literally, there were times that we were all just in a state of shock. That we were having to close our doors, not sit on our favorite pew inside of the sanctuary. It was just a shock and awe, but it also meant that we had to shift and pivot really quickly in order to continue to get out the message of Christ to everybody who was a part of our church, who was a part now of the world, because people can now log in via Facebook, via Zoom, and hear the word being preached. So it was a time that was scary, but also a time where we could trust God, when we couldn't trace him and not sit in our seat, but we were able to continue to get out the good news. And so I'm just excited about the FAIR program. I've been able to just be introduced to so many churches and meet so many people and hear some of the successes, the wins that we have gotten with the FAIR program. So thank you all for sharing. We're going to continue our conversation. I want you to be able to share with me what is one of the features that you really, really like about having this church management software. Because I will tell everybody that's online listening with us that this software, this program that we have, the FAIR program, we are covering the cost. So these ladies that are online and the other 167 churches that are a part of this software, you don't have to pay anything. It is a gift that we sow into your ministry so you can continue to do the kingdom work that you're doing. But I'm going to ask you all to share about one feature that you have just fallen in love with when it comes to the FAIR program and the church management software. Antoinette, give me one of the features.
I can say that the one that the feature that I really enjoy using is, well, it's two of them, which is the emailing and the texting. The texting made it's so easy because now I can text everybody instead of like texting part here and part there and part here. I can put the text in there, what I want to say, and send it out. The email, and I love the scheduling. To be able to schedule it when I want it to go out, what time I want it to go out. So I've enjoyed using that particular aspect of the program.
Wow. Awesome.
That's what I've enjoyed. Yeah. It made it a lot easier getting the information out.
Yes, and everybody loves that feature. Reverend Hill, what feature have you used with the church management software that you enjoy?
Well, like Antoinette said, I enjoyed the email, the text, but I enjoyed the fact that it could connect to more than one device. And I want to share a brief story with you, ladies. We had a very dedicated church member who was stricken with cancer. She has passed away, but before she passed away, because I could connect with the Breeze app and be able to connect with her from my cell phone and connect with another person from my cell phone, they were able to hear Sunday morning service. With regular apps, I would have been only able to connect one of them, and one of them would have had to connect to my pastor's phone or somebody else's phone. But with this, I was able, this feature, I was able to connect both of them. They heard the services loud and clear, everything. And even I could go back and I could stream it. I didn't know how to do that now. My daughter taught me. But I could stream it and they could actually see the service. So when you have someone that has been active in the church and now they're not able to be active, and you can still allow them to be a part of it without actually being in the setting. Oh my, what a wonderful feature this is. So I enjoyed all of the features, the emails, being able to send out the wide range emails, being able to send out the text messages for our
Did we lose Reverend Hill?
I think
night
Sounds
word,
like it.
there she
Okay.
is. She's back. Yeah.
being able to do that, it was just such a wonderful thing. I thank God for Fair Count. I thank God for uh, Sister Thomas for bringing it to our elder at the time and him introducing it to our district. Like Reverend Thompson says, it don't get no better than free.
No, it doesn't.
You're absolutely right, Reverend Hill. It does not get any cheaper than free. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Thank you for sharing that we have been, a tool, a resource for you in the work in the ministry that you're doing at Mount Aldred. Miss Deb, is there a feature that you love that you like to share about?
I'm going to have to jump on that bandwagon, or excuse me, on the train with Reverend Hill and Sister Antoinette. Definitely. The fact that we can send out emails and e-blasts, we can get information and send it in a nanosecond, touch a button and send it to our entire congregation. And it is fantastic to be able to do that. The other feature I really like is being able to schedule things. I may be working on something at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure that all of our members would appreciate me sending it to them at 2 a.m. However, I do decide perhaps 9 or 10 might be a little bit better, and I won't get all the phone calls about it. So being able to schedule communications that go out. But it is a resource and a tool that keeps us connected. That is, in this day and age, invaluable.
Wow.
It is invaluable. You're right. It may not have cost us a penny, but it is worth everything to us.
I love it. Oh, I love that, Mrs. Walton. Thank you so much. That is great. That is great. Thank you all for sharing and giving your high fives virtually and testifying to the fact that this has been software that has been helpful to your ministry. We appreciate hearing that. So right now, I want to just take a moment during this conversation that we're in, and before we move further, to do some pastor shout outs. Woo-hoo. During Clergy Appreciation Month, we initiated a program called Pastor Shout Outs, where we asked lay and other people to share why your pastor is the bomb.com, why you love them, why you appreciate them, why do you want to thank them for this month. So let's share some of those pastor shout outs during this time before we move on with just a few more of our a little bit more of our conversation. So I'm going to kick it off with my pastor, Reverend Ralph Thompson Jr. At Columbia Drive, UMC in Decatur. Listen, Pastor Thompson is a preacher, teacher, community leader, and champion for the lost. He is a humble man who loves God, and I appreciate my pastor.
All right.
Our next shout out is from Ariana. She says, a shout out to my daddy, Pastor Mike Jackson, and shout out to my big bro. Y'all call him Pastor Jalen Gates. Both of those pastors, one of them is in LaGrange, one is in Greenville. They're doing wonderful work in the area, and she wants to shout out her daddy and her big brother. All right. Here's another shout out that we have from Miss Donna from Columbus, Georgia. Reverend Dr. Veronica Word Haynes is an amazing woman of God. She speaks life into us, offers words of encouragement. She is an example of living a life of faith. She is the senior pastor at Kingdom Faith Outreach Ministries in Columbus, Georgia. So a huge shout out to all of our clergy that are on the line with us, and to those special shout outs that we received from some people who wanted to share why their pastor is thebomb.com. Okay. So thank you. So let's move on with our conversation tonight, everybody. I want to dive a little deeper as we talk about the FAIR program and the Faith app. I want to, before we ask another question, I want to see if there are any questions in our chat, to see if anybody has asked us any questions this evening. Remember, you are a part of this conversation, and we want to hear from you. So if you have any questions that you want to ask us about this software, I have the experts on the line tonight. You can ask all of the questions, and we will, as a collective group, be able to answer and help you understand why you need this church management software. It's the FAIR program, Faith and Innovation Resources Program. And we want to be able to share it with your congregation if you're not already signed up. So it looks like we do have one question that I know we've touched on a little bit. This question comes from one of our audience members. It says, is the software easy to use? Inquiring minds want to know. Ladies, is the software easy to use?
We can probably say it all together. It's a
Yes.
breeze.
It is absolutely, you all. It is very user friendly and very easy to use. One other question that we have
about the trainer and the training. When First Lady Thompson came in to do our training, we were just, you're a little antsy about it, and you say, I'm not sure how this is going to work. I know how to turn the computer on. I know how to do this. I can maneuver around. But getting into this program and seeing what it can do for you, it makes you want to go in and learn a little bit more. Well, if it can do this for me, take me here. If it can email this, can I email something else to them? Can I specialize? Can I say, I just want it to go to the men? Can I do that? Maybe I just want it to go to the youth. Reverend Hill talked about how dynamic their youth group was. Do I just need it to go to the youth? Do I need to go to the parents? Do I need it to go to the parents of infants? It helps you to specialize your selections by going into the system. It really is a breeze to you. It really is. But training is thebomb.com too.
And then and if I can say one thing about what you were just saying about the different, because I did forget to mention, the different tags. When you were mentioning about the children's ministry, you can set up that particular your email if you just want to go out to the children, the parents of the children. You set that tab up. You just want to go out to the administrator. You set that tab up, and so you just build your tabs according to your ministry and how you want to send out your emails. So I have the tab set up for the women's ministry, the men's ministry, the youth ministry, past the administrative team, and then you can just click on those tabs, and that's easy to set up also. So the program is very easy.
And that's what I was gonna say about the tabs, because I also teach Sunday school and I teach I teach Bible study, Wednesday night Bible study. If you got those tabs, and whoever the teacher is, I don't teach every night. One night my pastor teaches, one night another member. But if you got those little tabs set up in there, you can even put your Bible and you may not know where the scripture is. Let's just say somebody says, well, seek ye first. You type in seek ye first, Matthew 6:33 comes up. You got it just like the spot. You don't have to be turning pages in your Bible. It is so convenient. It is so handy. And it's so accessible. Listen, you can be completely computer illiterate.
Y'all are hitting on all of the questions, I tell you, especially that part about is this software easy to use? Do I have to have a computer science degree in order to log in? Y'all are hitting on all of the questions. Even to Antoinette and Ms. Walton talking about the tags and being able to send out, special messages to a segmented group of your church inside of this software. You can do that. It has all the bells and whistles. I'm telling you, it's the Tesla, it's the Porsche of church management software. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen now, listen. And we have it available to you through the FAIR program, through Fair Count, absolutely free. We will cover the cost of this software for your congregation for the rest of this year and the remainder of next year. We will cover that cost. And y'all heard them. You heard them talk about the training. We don't just give it to you and say, here you go. Now manage it yourself. We sit down with you and our team works with you to make sure that you understand this software. So to answer that question, it is very easy to use. And you'll understand that we walk this thing with you. We become a part of your ministry. This software is truly a game changer for your ministry. So, ladies, let's just keep going because we are getting close to our time tonight. I've had a wonderful time with each of you, but I do want to hit on a couple of more questions and have you all share. So remember, if you are watching us and you have a question, drop it in the chat. We will get that question answered for you. Also, if you want to visit our website, which is www.faircount.org/fair-program, and you can sign up tonight, like right now, like go there, faircount.org/fair-program. So let me ask this question before we do a couple of more clergy shout outs, because it's good to shout out clergy, you all. Ladies, what are you most excited for or hopeful for the future in your ministry? What are you excited about for the future of your ministries? Anybody can go.
Well, I'm most excited. I would like for our church to be broadcasted all over the airways. Wow. Because there are so many people who are still reluctant in returning back to church. But at such a time as these, we need an anchor. And we know that anchor is Jesus. And we need him to go. I mean, every time I turn on my television, somebody's been killed, some child has been abducted, and they're not found alive. Yes. Basically, they're not. But every now and then they do find one alive. Or, there's some tragedy going on in the White House. Or it's just some chaos or chaotic situation going. So I would like to see Fair Count expanded to where the app, the Breeze app, or we can just broadcast live for free.
Wow. Thank you, Reverend Hill. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anybody else would like to share? What are you hopeful for the future of your ministry?
Well, at Columbia Drive, we're hopeful, of course, for the increase. We want to be that anchor. We want to be that place where they can also come. We do have a food pantry. We have a clothes closet. We have programming for our community. We want, and we are the lighthouse. We call ourselves the lighthouse for our community. We want to be that place when it's dark outside and you need that light. We want to be that place. It is imperative that they know that we're there. They can't come to us if they don't know that we're there. They can't come to us if they don't know what we offer. They can't come to us if they don't know that we have open arms and we're ready and waiting for them. And that's why this has been so important to us, because we have touched on so many different communities. And we are, Reverend Hill, I'm just gonna have to give you a high five and then just maybe fist bump you, because being able to broadcast and be worldwide, not community wide, not just street wide, not just even statewide, not even just the United States, but worldwide. It's very exciting to us when we get our statistics and we're looking at where people are coming from. I mean, we've had people who were in Wisconsin listening to our broadcast, people who were in New York and New Jersey and California listening to our broadcast. But we have to also make sure that we have broadcasts that people are open to, that they know that we are there for them, and not just, like she said, not just streetwise, but worldwide.
And let me say this: we do a food pantry like you all do. We do our twice a month, the second Saturday, and with just locally getting it out over over my cell phone and other members over their cell phone, and using the Breeze app, just locally getting it out. We feed sometimes up to 200 families.
Wow. Each
So ministry like that, we want to be like Jabez. Want to pray that prayer. Increase our territory, and it's free.
Increase our territory.
The free to get to the other people.
Exactly.
I know churches are reluctant. Well, what happens when the money runs out? Or that? Listen, it's only $50 when the money run out.
Listen. Hopefully it won't run out. It is a little bit more now, though, Reverend Lilli. It is a little bit more than 50 right now, but I'm telling you that we are just excited to be able to extend this program out to the faith community that we're working with. And you know what, you all, there are times when you have the ability to have an amazing boss who supports you in everything that you do. So tonight we're going to bring in none other than Dr. Janine Abrams McClain. She is going to come in our conversation. Woo! I am so excited to have her.
Hey, everybody.
Yes.
How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Good.
Awesome.
So good to see you.
I know. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Dr. Janine. We are just excited to have you. Hopefully you've been able to hear a little bit of our conversation. These admins have been amazing in sharing about the program. Tonight, could you share with us just a little bit on the why of this program? And then we'll continue on with a couple of more questions that we have.
Yes, I can definitely share on the why. This is kind of my baby. I love this. As Teresa said, I'm the daughter of two ministers, and and I grew up in the church, and I grew up in small churches. And what happened when we were thinking about this program and thinking about the difference it could make, especially with making sure that people were counted in the census and also making sure that they were civically engaged. You look at these church management software applications, and I heard Ms. Bridges say, or I can't remember who said it, but said it's only $50. Well, when you're a smaller church, right? You're not a mega church or a larger church. That $50 could be the difference between keeping your lights on. That $50, or now what is it, $67? That could be the difference between serving your community. That money, and that money could be used to help pay somebody's light bill that's going through a hard time. And so I think it's very important for us to not just assume that because it's a little bit of money that it doesn't have an impact on the people's ability to do ministry in their communities. And so when we started this program, it was really about everybody should have access to this type of technology, right? And but we also understood that this was it could be a learning curve. And I'll tell you, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like my mama's churches, my mama had a church. She had a circuit of churches. So she had 3 churches before she merged them all together. And one of them was out in the woods on a dirt road. Like, it was, and so it can be, and nobody expects that church to, be eligible to get, to be able to have this type of software. But we don't care how big your church is. We don't care how big your mosque is, whatever your faith institution is. We want to be able to reach people. And so, and also, of course, we do civic engagement. Got to put that shout out there because that is the main, a big purpose of it.
Right.
But I'm just it's warmed my heart tonight to hear the comments that y'all have made about the ease of using things, because, and I heard Teresa say that it can sometimes be intimidating, especially if you're not. We joke about having that notebook, right, with the whole membership in that notebook and the phone numbers and all that, and so, but it can be hard to move away from that, and that's why, and Teresa, when you feel something in your heart about somebody and what they're able to do and what is possible through them. That's how I felt with Teresa. In full disclosure, Teresa is my first lady. Okay. But I knew with Teresa, her mind for technology, but also the fact that she understood what it was like in a church, and especially in a church or a faith institution for communities of color. And so it was a no-brainer for me to be like, hey, Teresa, I think you can really move this program forward. And she has shined. And she goes back to making sure people don't feel intimidated. Right. It's about walking people through things, showing them. Maybe you don't have to show them the whole kit and caboodle all at one time. Let's just do this over here. Right. But it's about putting those hands on people and meeting people where they are so that they can thrive, their communities can thrive, their ministries can thrive, and ultimately our overall community and our democracy can thrive. So I'm just extremely proud of the work that Teresa has done. And I am eternally grateful for the three of you for coming on here and really talking about how this has impacted your church community. And I hope that everybody listening will, really take some time to look into the program and just take advantage of it, because ain't nothing better than free.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Nothing and easy.
And easy. That's right, Miss Antoinette. You're absolutely right. And easy. It is very easy to use. One of the additional questions that we've gotten in the chat is, do you have to buy new equipment, or do you have to buy software in order to use it? Did you all have to buy anything in order to use the software?
No.
Our time.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
That's it.
Nothing.
I use it on my tablet. I use it on my desktop. I use it on my phone. On however you use your social media outlooks, you can use Breeze.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because you can use it. You can on all of it. You can use it on your phone. I have the app downloaded on my phone. It works the same way. The app works just like you're working on your computer. It works the same exact way on your tablet, the same way.
Even on
the upgrades are great. You will absolutely love it. I think that Miss Antoinette said, no matter what you have, no matter what device you have, you're going to be able to use it.
Even it works so
awesome.
Awesome. When you want to send out an email and you may have your watch on and you're driving and you can't be distracted with your phone. So when you get to the red light, you hit it and it sends the email to everybody on
Get it.
Wow.
Get it.
Wow. Get it. I hear it. I hear it. Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. So let me tell you how you listen. This conversation has been absolutely amazing. I knew it would be, because sometimes it takes hearing it from somebody else. Down the street, round the corner, over there, but hearing it from someone else that, hey, we took a chance with Fair Count. We took a chance on this software, and it has been a game changer. As Dr. Janine always says, we have to be ready for what's coming. We don't always know what's coming, but we have to be ready. And this software allows you to be ready. Who knows what's coming around the corner, what's next. And so if we have to shut our doors, you will have a way to stay connected with your members. We've talked about the ease of sending text messages and emails out to stay connected. I will share our story at Columbia Drive with our church secretary. We call her Mrs. G. We love her. Mrs. G is a seasoned saint. Okay. I'm not even going to tell you how old she is, but she's a seasoned saint. And she uses this software every week to send us the virtual bulletin. She uses this software every single week for something. If it's to send out bereavement notifications, the virtual bulletin on Friday. I look for my bulletin from Mrs. G. She uses this software, so age has nothing to do with it. You don't have to download anything, and we are here as your support. These ladies on the line can attest to how if you call us, we're answering. If you need us, we're coming. It's just a part of Fair Count. We are here to stay. So what I want to do before we kind of close out our conversation, Dr. Jam, thank you for joining us. You were just spot on. Thank you for those kind words. I'm just
thank you.
I just appreciate
Tell everybody.
Thank you.
Tell everybody. That's right.
Thank you.
Tell everybody.
Thank
But
you.
we want to do a couple of more shout outs before we leave our conversation. And then we want to do a call to action. So I'm going to ask each of you to have something in mind that you would tell someone or encourage them that's watching tonight why they should take advantage of the FAIR program. So think about that. And we're going to move to a couple of our clergy shout outs as we get ready to end our conversation tonight. Let's move to our clergy shout outs. This is from Briamaya in Greenville, Georgia, from New Springfield Missionary Baptist Church. She says, Pastor Gates has been my pastor all my life. I appreciate you, Pastor. She says, I got a chicken wing and a biscuit today. I love it. Pastor Gates, you already getting already some chicken, okay? Miracle says, to my amazing leaders, I honor you today and every day. Pastors Pharrell Wortham and Pastor Melissa Wortham. This is from Word of Faith Ministries in LaGrange, Georgia. And then we have all the way from Las Vegas. Woo, our program has reached out there. We're in Las Vegas from Second Baptist Church. Pastor Clayton Moore is a man of God. He preaches and teaches on a level that all members and guests can understand. That's from Mr. Tommy out in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we wanted to make sure that we gave you some shout outs to all of our pastors, to you that are on the line. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. To our admins who are with us tonight, thank you all so much for the opportunity of joining us tonight and sharing how this software has been a game changer or an extension of your ministry. We thank you so much. So I'm just going to do a round robin really quickly. Just give us or tell people that are on the line why they should join the FAIR program. Like, just give us a call to action as we close out our time. And I'll start with you, Mrs. Walton.
Okay. Well, there's an old adage that says you can give a man a fish, give him a fish, and he can eat for a night. You can teach him how to fish, and he can eat for a lifetime. Fair Count has taught us how to fish. They could have just given us a fish and said, go for it. But you taught us how to fish. You taught us how to do the programming, how to go about getting what we need from the program. Thank you for teaching. If you want to grow, get this program for your church.
Amen.
They taught us how to fish. You go fish now.
Wow. Thank you, Mrs. Walton. I love that. Reverend Hill, what would you say to somebody who needs to take advantage of this program? Maybe they're a small rural church on a dirt road, as Dr. Janine talked about. Share with us what you would tell them if they were in that position and could receive this church management software.
Listen, I would say that if you are a pastor or even a member, a lay person of a church, a rural church, a small church, and you want to grow that church, remember that Jesus said he came that we may have life and have it more abundantly. Here is your abundant chance. Wow. Because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Wow.
So if you are truly grounded and rooted and want to be about God's business, take a part of this Fair Count. Listen, it's going to be complicated at first, especially if you don't deal with computers. But leading Lady Thompson has a car and will drive. Don't matter. She'll come, she'll work with you. She's been with us at several little churches
Yep.
in the and some of the bigger churches too. But listen, don't let fear keep you from what God has for you.
Wow.
Because what God has for you is for you. And don't don't let it pass you by. So take hold of Fair Count and run like the wind.
Reverend Hill, thank you. Have car, will travel. Have car,
Yeah.
will travel. Miss Antoinette, what would you say?
Oh, I would say, take advantage of the software now while it is free. So when the time comes for them to add more features on, because I feel that there is going to be more to this particular program. There's going to be more that's going to be added to it, because they haven't tapped into everything right now. So I do feel that way. So I will get on board right now. Choo choo, get on board right now while the train is going, and learn it right now, because you can master it now. And we only touched on a little bit of what this Breeze program offers. We only talked about the email and the texting and the different tabs. But there's other parts of the Breeze program that you can get into, like the texting to donate. You can do, there's just a number of things, the different forms that is outlined there for you to make it up however you want to make it up.
Forms
so there's a number of things that's on this particular program that you can take advantage of and learn it now. Learn it now so that when it expands, you can expand with it as it is expanding. So I would say, take advantage of it. It's a great program. It's easy to learn, and you can make it however you want to make it. Make your dashboard however you want to make your dashboard. You make it conducive to how you want to do it, and make it work for you and your ministry. But I would say, get on board now.
Absolutely.
Get on board.
Get on board. Choo choo.
Man, get on board.
And Dr. Janine, I'll let you have a word before we close out our time tonight. Again, thank you for coming on and being with us tonight. We certainly appreciate you.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. And thank y'all so much for sharing all your words. I'll say this. We're a nonprofit, nonpartisan nonprofit organization. And one thing that we have in common, besides being a C3 with most faith institutions, is that we're here to serve communities. And what I would say that if you are a faith institution and you are dedicated to serving your community, you need to have everything in your toolbox. Amen. And this is a tool that you can use that will help you grow your faith community, help you grow your church. It's also a way that you can share information with people, even if they don't go to your church, right? You can still help get that information out to communities.
That's right. Yeah.
How they can be served. And so I would just say, don't sleep on it, right? Just email Teresa and she will, she will get you on it immediately. So thank y'all for being here. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us and share this. I know it's on YouTube and Facebook. Share the link with your friends and on your Facebook page, so that they know they can go and share information about this program as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you for being here with us. I'm just excited to be able to share this software, this program. I also will tell you that during this month of Clergy Appreciation, we are on the road with the FAIR program. And so we have some additional stops that are coming up. We'll be in Macon on Friday. Then next Thursday, you don't want to miss the opportunity where invite your pastor to come and join us next Thursday as we will talk about how well is it with your soul. Clergy self-care is so important. This month we want to celebrate our clergy, but we also want to talk about how you doing. How you doing with your self-care? So join us next Thursday for that. We will also do a virtual conversation with some of our partners who help us make this program happen. We'll be able to do that. And then we'll end in LaGrange with the Clergy Appreciation Luncheon celebrating women in ministry. So we are just so excited about this month. We are grateful to Fair Count for allowing us to love on our clergy this month, celebrate them and appreciate them. And I just want to say thank you to our amazing panelists again. Y'all have been just, y'all did it. Thank you. And to our viewing audience.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Yes,
thank you to our viewing audience.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, we are just honored to have you all. We want to be able to connect you with a tangible tool and resource that you can use with your faith institution today, tonight, tomorrow, next week. We want to connect you to that tool. Please visit our website at www.faircount.org/fair-program and get your faith institution signed up for this free resource that helps you stay connected to your congregation. It's one free system where you can send out announcements and reminders and well wishes, birthday shout outs, and forms. I love forms, y'all. But you have forms, you can receive offerings, contributions, text online, text to give. This software, as they have said, is jam-packed with all the tools and resources that you can continue to do ministry for such a time as this.
Amen.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Amen.
The conductor tonight is signing off. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.